Have y'all seen the Civil War taking place? All right. If you haven't heard, that's fine. That just means you live in a functional life because what I'm talking about happened on Twitter. Elon Musk came through and was like, hey, we actually really need in America H-1B visas. And these H-1B visas are how people from other countries come here and have, pretty great jobs by some standards. These are like sometimes developing jobs, some of the engineering jobs, and like just stuff of that nature. This isn't like one of your regular visas, and it's not like a visa that we have with a specific country. Like there are E3 visas that we have with places like Australia because they're white. And that's a thing that we have with lots of different countries. So there's a certain amount of visas that are agreements between the countries, and we don't have it with every single country in the world, but even with Uganda, we might have a few that are these specific visas that Ugandans can get or something, as an example, right? But the H-1Bs have a lot to do with jobs because with your H-1B visa, if you lose your job, right, you have to leave. But Elon is like, these H-1Bs are actually great. And Vivek Ramaswamy is also like, these H-1Bs are fantastic, right? Now, the reason that billionaires like H-1B visas is because people who are very talented from other countries will come, and they're usually, not always, but a lot of times are sending money back to their home country for their family, right? And so they, due to the exchange rate, don't really have the same amount of demands as an American worker. Like an American worker, $100,000, it means something different here than it means to someone coming here, right? $100,000, you might still be like, okay, I'll have a place to live, but I won't be able to do much. I can't take a vacation. If I get hurt, I'm immediately going to go into medical debt because I don't have insurance. Like $100,000 is a lot of money, but you're still thinking about how you're going to move through life as an American, right? But if you're coming from somewhere, especially if you're coming from somewhere where this is the biggest opportunity you've had up until this point, you're thinking $100,000. Okay, look, I can have roommates. I don't care about having roommates. I'll have as many roommates as it takes to keep as much of that $100,000 after taxes that I'm going to keep in my pocket, so that way I can send money home, and the money that I send home due to the exchange rate is fantastic, right? So now I can maybe even retire my parents off of this $100,000, $120,000 job back where I'm from. So when they come over here, they are working these like crazy hours. Like we're talking like 80-hour work weeks, fluctuations, and what the job description is and stuff like that. And they don't complain, because if they complain, they could be fired. And if they get fired, they're immediately deported. They start all over again, right? So that's why Elon and Vivek love H-1B visas. So MAGA as a movement is very upset with this sort of thing, because the whole idea of Trump winning and Elon and Vivek making that Department of Government Efficiency, which is only named that so that it will be called Doge, which is low-key one of the most unserious things I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that was when I was like, oh yeah, we're cooked. That's very bad. That, y'all, if you had gone back 20 years and told somebody that eventually there would be someone, I mean, these are like made up jobs. Like Trump would actually have to do what they say to make them official. Right now, they don't even really exist in theory, right? It's just an idea of what might happen. I mean, who knows now? But like, if you went back 20 years and you told someone eventually there would be a government body that only had its name so it could be the acronym CAKE, I'm sure that person 20 years ago would ask, when did all the smart people die? And so, and so, and so, Vivek tweets and Elon tweets, and everyone, I don't know, is so mad. Okay, so basically, MAGA sees the H-1B visas as like taking American jobs, and not in a Mexican immigrant way. Not in the way of like, they're coming over here and they're selling fruit. I didn't really want to sell fruit anyway, but like they're selling the fruit. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not like that. It's like, no, LinkedIn is empty. And you're talking about H-1Bs coming over here and getting the jobs that I went to college for. And then Elon basically said, hey, y'all way too stupid to do these jobs, which is so out of pocket. That's so crazy. That, in a weird way, this whole ordeal almost made me feel kind of bad for MAGA as a movement, because when you think about it, a lot of why MAGA started is because, you know, whether you want to put them in quotations as elites or like coastal elites or just people with money, those people for a long time, and this is something that I don't like, that I've seen for a long time, because it's a city rule thing that we do to each other a lot, where there are a lot of city people that look down on like rural people in a rural lifestyle, because they're like, oh, you're not educated. But then the people in the rural areas look at city people and they're like, you actually can't keep yourself alive. Do you know what I mean? Like you I know you've read more than me, but like, how do you, where does water come from? Tell me where water comes from. Oh, the bottle? Oh, okay. Oh, it comes from a bottle. That's cute. All right. You know, because don't get me wrong, as well-educated city people who I've been around, I've lived in lots of different places, and I travel around the country as often as I can, so I do my best to meet everyone so I can understand. I want to have as many pieces of the puzzle as I can to see where people are coming from, how we get places, right? And when I tell you that there are people who I know are very smart, very, very intelligent people, very smart people, but when you tell them that water comes from the ground, they look at you like, well, you must be drinking dirty water, because not my Icelandic, no. Guys, yeah. So Elon basically says y'all are like way too dumb to do these jobs. Like, I've seen your American schools, I've seen your colleges, and your colleges don't even match other countries' high schools. And the sort of general MAGA response to that was like, well, okay, but you agreed with us for the past like 4 or 5 years that the American college system was broken and that it's too woke and that we need to fix it and we need to change things up. And he was like, yeah, but you still dumb. Like that doesn't change. I don't think yeah, I don't like it either, but that doesn't make you smarter that you went to a dumb school. And so then they lose it. And then MAGA was like, oh, okay, I didn't know you felt that way, you South African. It's hard to find a whiter man than Elon Musk. Like no, I mean, like literally and figuratively in a sense, because he's very. Oof. You know what I mean? Like the sun, not a friend, right? But the way they were calling that dude African, just You ever? Because they're like African, but then I'm an African American, and that I've never had racism miss me like the Matrix. That like nearly broke my brain when they were like, "You African," and I was reading it like, "Oh yeah, that no, wow, okay, all right." Elon has the most money in the world, the richest man in the world, and this is how you know that the path to riches is a dead end. Because this man has always had money, and he has more money than anybody. And he plays with different people. Sometimes he's number 2 for like a day. Sometimes he's number 1 for a week. But he's richest man in the world, is safe to say, right? I'm sure somebody can pull me up 4 months from now and be like, actually, this other person. It's like, yeah, for 20 minutes. But like, it's richest person in the world, and he's still deeply, deeply missing everything about what a joyous life is. He's the richest person in the world, right? But out of all of that money that he has, all of the money he has, and he has almost all the money that he has, right? He has a cartoonish amount of money, all the money that he has. He wants nothing more. I can tell you this right now, just from watching his moves, just from watching him talk, just from watching how he's interacted, even in this little spat that he's having. I'm not saying that this is the end of MAGA or something, or that the Republican Party's gonna fall apart. I'm saying that just this glimpse, this dude has all of the money in the world. He can have anything that he wants except acceptance, except like actually being in a room and knowing that everyone wants him in that room. He cannot buy being cool. He cannot buy. He cannot buy genuineness. There are always going to be people who love Elon or think Elon's dope because they think that he's a genius, because they think that he is going to help them become like him, or just because he has money. But then when you strip all of that away, I don't know Elon, and I don't necessarily care for much of what he does, but I know a person hurting when I see it. Do you know what I mean? I know like a hurt individual when I see it. And this dude has not stopped tweeting since they call him a South African, since it happened. They have been coming for this dude's neck nonstop. And it's like sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you see something, you're like, oh, that's a lot. You know what I mean? I'll tell you how I feel about what's happening to Elon right now. And all right. This may just be me, but there's a video online of this guy. This is right when the Popeyes chicken sandwich dropped, okay? And if you remember that was a time to be alive. You would think that Popeyes didn't serve chicken. You would think that something revolutionary was happening because they took the chicken that they already sell and they put 2 buns on either side of that chicken. People ready to fight over this chicken sandwich, and they were running out, not of chicken, of the sandwich, which means they were only running out of bread. And people were losing their minds over it. They could not think, what do you mean you want chicken sandwiches? I waited in this line for 5 hours to get this chicken sandwich just to bite a piece of chicken and with bread on either side of it. I've been waiting all day to have chicken sandwich. Meanwhile, Chick-fil-A was next door being like, y'all, we hear all the time. It's like, nobody wants that right now. I want the Popeyes chicken sandwich. And so there's a video where this guy is, I believe he's in Georgia. He might be in Atlanta, which also makes this thing very poor judgment. But this dude is in Atlanta. So he's a white dude, right? And everyone else in the Popeyes is black. And I don't know how long he's been waiting. I don't know why he's so mad, but he's stomping around, right? And he's stomping around and getting in people's faces and stuff. He's like, "Where's my sandwich?" And then finally he goes up to somebody. He's like, "Get out of my way now!" And like it's just going back and forth, right? And then finally, his sandwich is ready. He snatches the sandwich. He's like, "Give it to me!" And then he pushes somebody out of the way. And the person filming him is just like, "Oh no, oh no." Fast forward like 5 seconds, maybe 10. He's in the parking lot, sort of folded up. Because somebody beat his ass. Because, you know, yeah. And so then, and not only are they beating his ass, but he's clearly folded up and sitting down now, and they've still put a hand on his shoulder just to create leverage and are like uppercutting him a couple times, right? And so then after like the second or third uppercut, they walk off with his bag, and the person filming goes, "Oh, y'all ain't gotta take his sandwich though." Which is weirdly, I don't know, which is a very short, but a very poignant, like lesson about racism, or at least how people who experience racism treat the people who are racist towards them, right? Because even in this hateful thing, there's this line that's like, "Oh, okay, but that was enough." Do you know what I mean? And so when there are people who rarely or never experience racism, and it's a new feeling, it's a new type of anger, it's a new type of hurt, they're not gonna know what's enough because they're not practiced in what it feels like to find a level with it. Do you know what I mean? There are things that happen in the world, and they're sick and they're racist, and then it's not something that you can always change or resolve, but you have to move on with your life. You have to live, you know? So you can fight back as best you can, and you can distance yourself as best you can, create safety as best you can, but that will be out there. So when like someone who is not used to the practice of dealing with that thing feels it for the first time, nothing will ever be enough. And so because nothing is enough, they went after Elon in a way where I was like, "Oh, y'all ain't got to do all that." Because they hurt Elon feeling so bad that this dude went on a burner account on Twitter and join Space. If you don't know what Spaces are, it's where you can talk. It's literally just like this chat room, this like audio chat room where everybody can talk, or just the moderator can talk or whatever. And he went in this audio chat room with a voice modulator and started defending himself with the voice modulator, being like, actually, like Elon, like a good person and stuff, like. Y'all actually being hella out of pocket when it comes to Elon. That's not fair at all what y'all said. And you especially were very rude. And I would say it'd be helpful if y'all would like apologize to Elon, because I don't know him at all, but he seems like a reasonable dude. So if y'all like would chill out, I'm sure he would forgive you and stuff. Like he a cool guy. And I don't know what was said. I do not know what happened. But something was said that was so, I'm assuming, hateful or out of pocket or just wrong, that I don't know how this happened. All I know is Elon apparently, because this is all hearsay. I watched the thing and I'm 90% sure it's real, but like apparently this dude got so mad he either got his mouth too far from the voice modulator or turned it off, because then this dude in his full Elon voice was like, "Wait, watch who you talking to right now." But like, he like fully dropped it. He was like, "Well, forget y'all too then. I hate everybody in here." Y'all can all go to hell. Because then Vivek also tweets one of the oddest. First of all, it's too long. This is another thing that happened because as soon as they took that like 150 character sort of like thing off of Twitter and it kind of killed the thread of Twitter, because the thread was how you knew you were telling a good story. Like the thread, I've read threads that were 220 parts. Because every part, there was no fat on that story. The whole thing is so insane. And every 140 characters keeps you hooked for the next 140 characters. I've read Twitter threads that should be movies, right? Because you had to use an economy of word. You had to actually be a writer to convey your ideas, and you did it in the long. I was scrolling for the entire afternoon. And even when I got to the end, I was like, damn. And now, you can just do the whole thing. So then Vivek does this whole thing, and he's like, basically, if America wants to win, and if Americans want to win, and by the way, when I say Americans for a little while here, when I say Americans, there's a subtext for everyone talking that they mean white Americans. just so you know, because sometimes people say Americans, and then well-meaning people go, no, we're all, and I'm like, all right, So Vivek is like, if Americans want to win, then, it comes down to culture. And right now, your culture is trash. It's basically... It's basically a bunch of jocks looking at people who read like they're the dumb ones, even though the jocks are the dumb ones. And we're obsessed with like pretty stuff, shiny stuff and everything. And if you pick up some books and if you do a little less, like Instagram, whatever you do, maybe you'll be worth hiring. That's at least how it sounded. And I was not that pressed about the whole Vivek thing. One, because I knew he wasn't talking to me. And two, because I've heard this sort of thing my entire life. No one is more used to this type of condescension than black people. You know what I mean? Because with black people, we're the ones where we're like, hey, I did all the stuff you said to do. I went to the right school, actually got a scholarship. I did the internship, and I am passionate about this field. Can I get a job? And they're like, ah. We already have a black. We already have a black. His name is Mike, because he tricked us. We already have a... Look, we would hire you. But the boss's dumbest cousin needs a job, and so we're going to have to give it to him. But, I don't know, keep applying, and then maybe if Mike dies... we'll need a black, so then you can do it. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just a general reality. And so to hear Vivek talk to white people like this was wild. That was so apart, because then the comments were all like, but I did all the stuff, and he's like, yeah, no, I know. But you're dumb. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I would never hire you, And he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that exactly, but that's what he implies throughout the whole thing. And then he stops responding because it's thousands of people. But I don't know. There were so many people that came out and they were like, look, the whole reason that we joined this MAGA movement, the whole reason that we thought Trump being in office was a good thing is because it would mean more good jobs for Americans. And look, if you genuinely believed that, then I don't. You know what I mean? No, I'm not being a dick. I'm saying if you if you genuinely believe that, then like, that's bad. You know how... This happened, this thing happened, and I really... I worry sometimes. I think about this a lot, and I think about this with every like topic that I talk about, or any joke I tell, or story I decide to talk about. That like, I would like to believe that empathy, compassion, and kindness are the way forward and will get us somewhere. I don't know if that's true. I want that to be true. I think if you make your obsessions community, culture, connection, and compassion, then I think that there's a way forward. You know, I don't know if that is right. It might be incorrect. It's what I've chosen my best to do, and I'm human, so I'm probably gonna mess it up a lot. But one thing that happens in my mind, what I think of when I think of MAGA, is a story from when I was just getting out of high school. It might have even been my first year of college. No. It was like my second year of college, right? And I was getting off a shift at this restaurant that I worked at, and my friends were picking me up. And when they picked me up, we would hang out on the weekend, you know, all the times that I was back at home, which is where the restaurant that I would work for extra money was. So I would leave college, I'd come back home, work a shift, and then spend the weekend with my friends. And that particular day when they picked me up, I knew I was spending the night at one of their houses. But when they picked me up, they're like, hey, I live in Alexandria at the time. They're like, hey, we're going to, I think we went to Opelousas or Leesville or something, which is like an hour and a half away or a couple hours away. And when I get in the car, they say this. And I'm like, why are we going to Leesville? And my buddy's like, it's a surprise, right? And so then we get all the way over there. Now, my second friend in the car is about to go away to seminary. So I went to a Catholic school for high school, and you know, I actually like treasure it as an experience, not because of any sort of like religious teaching, but because it gave me a little bit more insight into how people think and how the people around me thought about me and about the world, right? But then there were some people that went to the school that were like, yeah, we'll do this forever. And he was one of them. He was like, I'll just be a priest, because that was his track, right? And so then we get to where we're going, and it's a strip club. And so my one buddy had decided that because our second friend was about to go be a priest, he should at least see titty, just to be sure. Just in case. That he should see what they, you know, that they round and beautiful and so. And so then, you know, we go inside, and I'm okay. I'm also like taken aback. Like my friend that's going to seminary is like, actually, I guess I'm going to hell, because he's looking around. He's like, right? I'm just generally slightly uncomfortable because it took me. I was like a late bloomer, sort of like accepting myself and like accepting my. I guess the way I come off to people and stuff. And so I'm still like this awkward, tight, you know, as soon as I walk in, right? I'm nervous, and he's nervous for like different reasons. He's like, you know what I mean? And so then our buddy who took us, who was driving, buys my friend who's going to seminary lap dance. And so it's not just any lap dance, it's a lap dance in the private room. And so I was like, you gonna give that boy a heart attack, and then he gonna die, and then he gonna be there, and then be like, look, I did everything right, but I will say I did die at a strip club. That shouldn't even be on me because I didn't know we were going there. But she started rubbing up on me, and it was too perfect. I thought it was one of your angels, all right? And so then I got excited, and then my left arm started to hurt a little bit, and now I'm here. But that shouldn't even be on me, okay? I didn't drive myself, I didn't do it. And so then, he goes private room, lap dance, and he comes out of the room, a new man. The dude comes out of the room. I don't know what happened in the room. I'm assuming dancing, but this dude walks out of the room like he had to do all the dancing. He walked out the room disheveled. And he goes up to our friend and he's like, do you have money for one more dance? My friend pays for another dance and he goes back. And, while he's in the room, I had my own journey. Because I was at the strip club and I was just sipping on a Sprite because this is back when I still drank soda. I had to quit. It's too spicy. It generally burns my chest. Like it's too much, right? But back in the day, I would hit a Sprite, and so I was sipping all this Sprite, and this one dancer walks by, and she does this thing where she basically like massages the back of my neck as she's walking by. But I am not used to being in strip clubs. I'm also not used to people coming on to me, so I thought it was a spider. So And so I thought it was a spider, so I started swinging. And I didn't hit anything, but I still was like... And then later, another dancer came over and she sat across from me. She was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm good. She said, what's your name? I was like, I'm Josh. And she's like, what brought you in today? I was like, oh, my friend, he's gonna go to seminary. And so we brought him here. To make sure. I don't really know what the plan is. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a funny story. You're funny. And I was like, I didn't say anything funny. And he's like, oh, well, you're kind of cute. And I was like, oh, thank you. So you want to buy me a drink? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Do you want a Sprite? I'm drinking a Sprite. And then she smiled, very sweet smile, and then she got up and pushed her chair in and walked over to some of the other dancers. And she was, I don't know if she knew I could hear her. There was music playing, so I know she was yelling it to let them know, but I was still within earshot when she said, she gets up and she goes to the other lady. She's like, oh, y'all, don't worry. He's slow. Don't. And so then our friend who's going to seminary comes out after the second dance, and whatever happened the first time happened worse the second time, because now he like walking out, but he's sort of holding his arm too, and he's like, do you have money for one more dance? Our buddy gives him money, and he goes in there, and I'm sitting with my buddy who brought him, and he's the only one out of all of us who's like chill in this situation. And like I don't know if he was like a cool guy anyway, but maybe he had just been to strip clubs before, but he was just not fazed. He was just like, oh, I'll get you a drink, yeah. And then our buddy comes out, of the private dance room, and honestly, nothing working. I was worried that he had lost his sight, because he walked out like, do you? And our friend says, I'm sorry, man, but that's all the money that I had. It's probably best that we head home now anyway. And we get in the car, we're headed back, and it's not that long before it's not like silent. We play a little music and stuff, but nobody's really talking. And then finally, our buddy that's going breaks the silence, and he's like, I don't know if I can go to seminary. In that moment, I had my own dilemma, because I was like, does that shouldn't land on me though? Like I shouldn't. That shouldn't be any of my hell though, because we technically broke he was a pre-priest, but like there's gonna not be a priest now because of what happened tonight. But that's not on me, because I didn't drive us here. And I didn't have a ride, so then and Uber wasn't a thing yet, so I couldn't have gone, and it would have been too expensive anyway, so I was just along for the ride, and now I'm in here, and then he talking about he not gonna... And then he's like, yeah, I don't know, I might have to think about it, because, I think Cherry loves me. And I think I love her too. And so when I think about MAGA, it feels like they love this dude, and he thinks, oh, I have their love, I'm good. And they think we love him and he loves us. But he's just up there dancing. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He is good at dancing. He is. Like when you watch him dance, you're like, that was at least funny, or it was like, oh, it's so weird. But no matter what, no matter how he dances, everybody talks about it. You know, and I think that with Vivek and with Elon, you know, they're real businessmen, and so they think about their business and how to improve it, how to make more money, how to make sure that they have people that aren't going to unionize, aren't going to stir up trouble or anything. And MAGA is genuinely in this place. You don't get to MAGA in a vacuum, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a general social contract and understanding of what America is supposed to be for Americans, and the differences that we have, the way that we butt heads is the interpretation of that contract, right? For some people, that contract is just the Constitution, and they actually like live by it. They're actually like, no, it says this, so we should do this, right? And that's one way to take it. That's fine. And then there are people like me. There are people that at any point in American history have been deemed different or other, that see the contract as something that you might get by happenstance of having money, but is not going to be given to you outright. And then there are white Americans who believe in the contract, and they believe a part of the promise that's like unspoken, which is all of this, you'll have access to all of it. All of this is yours by virtue of you following the rules and doing what you're supposed to do, because this is your country. And so when Elon and Vivek, who are not the right white, do you know what I mean? Because when Elon crossed MAGA, he became a South African real quick. Like that was. And Vivek, I don't know, y'all, bro, you were never in. Like you were never. But when they made these points, and when they gave a lot of that movement what is genuinely some of the hard truth, it's like, all right, if you think college is broken and woke and whatever, if that really is your opinion that you hold, then you do your best to change the thing. You don't throw the thing out. You don't go, guys, I don't like gender studies, so now math is also gay. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't like gender studies, then don't major in gender studies. Like that's a quick and easy path to not have to deal with gender studies. This should just be like, I will just do the And so I don't know how the war is going to end. You know what I mean? I don't, because it's weird. I thought this would take at least until February. Y'all have been phenomenal. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate you.
Give it up for Josh Johnson.
Hey everyone, it's Josh Johnson, and we want to know, what do you want to hear us argue about next on the show? Okay, it's very easy to let us know. You can drop a comment on any of the Daily Show's clips of Hold Up, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, or Twitter. You can also hit us up with the hashtag Hold Up. And honestly, if we have an opinion about it, we'll do an episode about it. We both love to talk, we love to argue, and we love you. So without anything else, let's get into the show. Welcome to Hold Up. I'm your co-host, Josh Johnson, a writer for The Daily Show, and I'm joined
By me, Dulce Sloan. And I did not want to. I'll say this. Sometimes, as someone who, hold on.
This is already wild.
I'll say this. Sometimes, as someone who is in the public eye, right, and who is a performer,
yeah,
people will make requests of you when it comes to how you express yourself. If you are a fan of a comedian or performer, mainly comedian, and you want to DM them, message them, come up to them after a show and give them a joke, give them notes, tell them about what you think they should change, shut the fuck up. Put something in your mouth, I don't care what it is, and go away. You are the worst person because you are not a fan. I don't need your notes. I don't need you. None of us need your notes. None of us are going to tell your bar joke to anybody. And don't get offended when you ask us, can I tell you a joke? And we say no. We write our own material. We don't need you. Also, if you were dating a comedian, you are not that interesting. The number of dudes that I've talked to is like, don't put this in your act. Don't worry, I won't. You're either annoyed that I did put it in, or you're annoyed that I might put something in, or annoyed that I won't put something in. And my favorite is, because we've told men they're funny, because that's what the ugly men have to go off of, or even men want to be interesting, right? So we've told men that they're funny. That's why we have this thing about women not being funny. The number of men I've had say to me, I bet I'm funnier than most of your friends. Sir, my friends have comedy specials. My friends have comedy specials, albums, tours.
I feel like this. It would be funny to do this this episode as Dulce versus the DMs.
Well, I can say I'm very annoyed by the amount of respect that I get in my DMs. There's never a man trying to holler at me in my DMs. Ever. There's always some annoying woman.
One good thing that has been happening is I've been getting lots of pitches in my DM for potential episodes, and I think you're gonna like a couple of them.
No one's sending me anything for potential. I would love that.
Oh, really?
No one's sending me.
I got a bunch of good ones, and so we're gonna have to start doing shout outs on the specific person that's like, hey, we thank you so much to the person, because I feel like some of them were so specific that I was like, yeah, this is great.
Oh man, I cannot wait to hear about. What are some of the ones that we're never gonna do?
I mean, I don't see us doing DC versus Marvel. No one's not really gonna happen.
No. Don't know enough about either camp. Don't know who's who. I don't know where Spider-Man stay. I don't know where Batman live. Also, Michael Keaton is the only Batman I care about.
That's a hot take.
Bro.
That's wow. Before we get into like a Batman debate, let's tell the people what this episode is about. Today is one that's actually very close to our hearts.
Very close to my heart and my titties.
See what I mean though about
what?
the I sort of said a thing and then you sang a thing. You felt like you were gonna stunt on me in my face.
I'm not trying to stunt. I'm just trying to live my best life. Listen, I got these nails done. Okay, I have the nails of the woman, like I said on Instagram. I have the nails of the woman that Dolly Parton warned us about. Okay, I am Jolene. You get it?
Yeah. No. Look, I
Jolene.
understand. So while you
Jolene. Listen, I didn't have a proper warm up, so that didn't. Jolene. Listen, I'm gonna have to come back on the next episode after I've had a proper warm up. Because I just embarrassed myself, No.
You're doing great. And tell the people what this episode is about, and then tell them where you stand.
This episode is about a conversation that I have on a regular basis and a war that I have been waging since I was a wee girl. And the topic of today's episode is, as if you didn't read it on the caption, but for those of you who did not, it is summer versus winter. Verano versus invierno. Do I know how to say versus in Spanish? No, it's probably versus. I don't know. No one's ever asked me. What I'm saying is summertime versus wintertime. And since we know that Josh has a tendency to be wrong.
Whoa.
What side are you for, Josh?
What side am I for? I'm for winter.
Wrong!
What
Wrong!
do you mean wrong?
Wrong,
What do you mean wrong?
You are wrong. You are absolutely, categorically, incorrect. And I will tell you all of the ways right after this. And we're back. Listen, Josh, I can say in the history of us doing this podcast, I never really let you fully get your points out before I stomped them out of existence.
What? You know?
So I want to give you a chance on this good Christian morning. Josh, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell us why you live this life.
Okay. So I think that this time that we're in right now in the month is a perfect time to talk about this, because right now we're in fall. We're in an equal split between the two. Okay. You know, we still have memories of summer, and we still have a winter to look forward to. And for me, I think that winter is just the coziest, right? You're inside, you're snuggled up, you're eating some good hearty food that's warm. You can't have that during the summer, all right? If someone made you like a nice, thick, full stew, you don't want that in the summer. You can't eat it. It's too hot outside. You don't want it hot in your mouth, okay? You can't be snuggled up under quilts, all sorts of covers and comforters. You can't be under blankets in the summer, all right? Snuggled up with a good book, yeah, maybe outside while you're roasting. But in the winter, you're inside, maybe next to a fireplace, right? All cozied up with a honey bun, you know, literal or figurative. And, depending on where you live.
What kind of honey buns you cuddling up with, Josh? Josh out here referencing cuffing season. You, Josh Johnson, celebrate cuffing season? Wow.
I'm not saying celebrate cuffing season. I'm just saying if you're with somebody, it's nice to be with somebody when it's cold outside. You can snuggle up, warm each other, you know. I will say the other thing that's really great is like any inside activity for a homebody is only elevated in the winter, because now there's no guilt about not going out. And outside your window, depending on where you live, you get to see the beautiful, tranquil snowfall. All right. There's something about snow on the horizon that's just peaceful and beautiful. Okay. Winter comes with a lot of the good foods. It comes with a ton of the indoor activities. If you're an introvert, winter reigns supreme. Get to wear mittens. Tell me you don't love mittens.
No, nigga, I'm not 6 years old.
Mittens are superior. All right. I'm tired of this thing where, you know, as a black man, I gotta be so tough. I gotta act like I love mittens. All right. I wish I had them on right now.
Listen, no one's asking you to be tough. Don't worry.
Wow.
What?
Oh, you know what a what is. Oh, wow. The nerve. The nerve. What? You know what a what is.
I'm just saying, no one's asking Josh Ezekiel Johnson to throw hands. No one's asking you to do that. No
I'm
one's.
I'm not even saying throw hands. I'm saying be tough. I'm saying that sometimes in life, especially as a man, you're expected to be a certain level of tough where you don't even like stuff.
Okay, I hear that. There
And
are certain.
I'm
I do
telling you,
feel.
mittens, a
Where do you even
nice
buy
knitted
mittens?
mitten. First of all, you don't buy many of them. Okay, a lot of them are gifted to you by grandmothers, women in your life that are of a certain age that
Yeah.
love to knit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Listen, I disagree with everything you just said, but listen, I'm wearing my best summertime dress because I'm trying to keep hope alive.
Yeah, you look nice. Looks
Thank
good
you
on you.
so much.
You know?
This is a dress. Whenever I wear it on stage, is to let white people know that I have white friends. Look at these sleeves.
Oh yeah, the sleeves scream. Yeah, I didn't enjoy Midsummer, but I watched it. To support the white community.
Midsummer Night's Dream. What are we?
Oh no, the horror movie Midsummer that only has.
Oh,
the white
I
people
don't
in it.
watch horror movies. It's hard enough out here, dog. I don't need my brain attacking me anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It says that. I'm not saying you did that. I'm
Oh
saying
yeah,
it
this dress
says,
definitely.
Yes, I support.
Yes, this dress definitely says yes. I'll have a beer. That's what this dress says. I'll drink an IPA. Disgusting, right?
Yeah, I called them IPAs for the longest.
No one corrected you?
No one corrected me for like a while.
Yo, that's not even.
Yeah. I worked at Trader Joe's. And
You worked at Trader Joe's? That's
Yeah,
where
I worked
they're
at Trader
from.
Joe's. Yeah, I worked at Trader Joe's for years.
Oh, I know you worked at Trader Joe's for years. What I'm saying is that the fact that you worked at a Trader Joe's where
Yeah.
IPAs live
Yeah.
and no one took the time to pull a young man aside and was
say,
like,
stop saying IPA.
hey, bro, how did you find out?
I eventually said it out loud in front of somebody. Yeah, I was like living in ignorance, but it never came up because I don't
In your
drink.
defense, they put an S on the end, but the S is little.
Mm.
Also, I don't know what the letters mean.
Indian Pale Ale.
Do we mean like Native American?
Oh, I have no idea. I just know that when it's spelled out, that's what it.
Is there a beer making history among the Native Americans or the people of India?
I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, I didn't understand it even when it was explained to me. I wished that IPA was right.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're still nasty.
Yeah.
I think
Fair
you
enough.
have to really be a white man to enjoy them. I truly think they're tuned perfectly to that palate. Because I've never seen anyone who wasn't one.
Yeah, I don't drink, so I have no idea.
Oh, I always forget you. No, I never forget you don't drink. I'm always like, Josh, I love imagining you at like a college party. Just being like, I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I was standing there.
Good Lord. I can't say I don't not drink. One of my friends was like, have you considered not like stopping drinking? And I was like, I don't drink enough to stop drinking, if that makes sense.
I feel like I've only ever seen you have a drink twice, and I've known you for years.
Yeah, I don't drink all the time. And if I do drink, I'll have one or two. I don't like being drunk.
Now, I guess I'll ask you this then. Since you're on the side of summer,
Hell yeah.
do you still drink the same things in the summer as you do in the winter?
I do the same thing year round.
Year round, okay.
So I enjoy soju year round. I enjoy a whiskey and soda, tequila soda year round. If I am going to go for a fruity beverage, your coladas, your daiquiris, your margaritas, it is usually warm outside.
Okay.
I will now, if there is, now I will have a margarita year round if there is queso.
Wow. Okay. First of all, that makes perfect sense. I used to work at a Mexican restaurant, and that makes perfect sense. But also, would not have, if you had not said anything, paired them together in my mind.
You gotta
Of
have a
like,
margarita if you're eating queso. You got to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that makes so much sense. And looking back on when I would, do the orders and when I was serving, yep. But also never put it together until just now.
Oh yeah, because you need the acidity to bust up all that cheese. But then you need the cheese to help regulate the acidity.
I want you to have your own cooking show because bust up is an incredible way to describe it. Bust up.
Well, the thing is, you usually can't get, I did not realize this until I left the South, but you can't get white queso out of like a couple southern, like when you leave.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I recently bought a knitting machine, and now I'm out here making beanies, scarves. Josh, what color beanie you want, baby boy? I got a red color coming up. Listen, I've seen you in a beanie now.
Look. I will take a red beanie, but if you could make me some red mittens, hey, out here, all right?
So you're saying if I can get you red mittens to go with this red beanie, you would wear them?
I would not just wear them, I would sport them. There'd be Instagram posts. There'd be a lot going on. Mittens and a matching beanie? I don't think I've had that in life.
Now, when you want your beanie, do you want the little like faux fur little poof on the top?
What does the poof do? I guess I never understood. It's just for
decoration. I bought 60 of them, so if you want one.
A kid once told me that it breaks up the wind. And I was like, I don't see how that's possible.
I don't think.
But maybe.
Windbreakers don't even break up the wind. Windbreakers just hold wind.
Yeah.
Windbreakers should be called wind catchers. But
I get what you're saying then. So it's like a lot of what you prefer happens during the summertime.
Right. Also, it's like I don't like being hot indoors. Mm-hmm. And I don't like being cold outside. Right?
Okay.
Also, I enjoy sitting outside. Mm. I've got a nice terrace, got a balcony. So it's like I enjoy sitting outside. I have patio furniture, right? Mm-hmm. And it is much easier to sit outside. You're talking about reading your books. People who are like introverts and such. I mean, I think introverts do the same thing year round because they just do what they do. But if you're going to sit up and enjoy a nice, like a couple weeks ago, I was sitting on my terrace. Cause I'm on the top floor, so like I can see like the sky is so big. Mm-hmm. I sit out there on my patio furniture reading a book. Mm-hmm. And if it's 30 degrees outside, you're not finna enjoy sitting outside reading shit because you're dabbing an eye, you're dabbing a nose, you can't feel your fingers to turn them pages, right?
Yeah.
Also, I'm a beach person.
All right, that makes sense.
So, should we do an episode about beaches versus mountains? Like vacations?
Yeah.
I'm down for that because I have so many thoughts and feelings about that situation. Because we have to admit, like a beach is like a summertime vacay. The mountains, Los Montañas, it's really a wintertime gig, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like going to the mountains in the summer, it's like, girl, for what? For who? For why? Who asked for this?
For absolutely. For absolutely.
Yo,
I mean, we don't have to do the thing now. It's fine.
But yeah,
I'll tell you why you wrong later. Okay.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
So like, I'm team summer because you're out and about, you're seeing people. It's just the ability to. It doesn't even have to be like a big trip. Like you could go on a day trip. So you could just be in a park. Mm-hmm. You could just sit in a park and enjoy your day. You can have a couple of nibbles, maybe some bubbly, maybe some ipas, whatever you would like enjoying when you're out enjoying a nice day. You can just do that. It's easier to do things in the just getting groceries is easier in the summertime. Doing laundry is easier. Just running an errand is easier in the summertime. Because you're not out here looking like the kid from A Christmas Story.
I understand where you're coming from, because a lot of the things that you're saying make sense for you. As long as I've known you, all these things have been true. So I get why you lean towards summer, but there are just certain things that, hey, you're not having hot chocolate when it's hot out. All right.
Okay, that's a
You're not
beverage. I'm
having-
talking about sitting in the park.
No. I still say there are plenty of activities that you can go do in the winter. There's a whole Winter Olympics for people that love the winter. All right?
Okay, but what about if you live somewhere that gets cold, but doesn't always snow? Like Atlanta, for instance. People do not know because somebody gave Atlanta this, some white people in a fucking building gave Atlanta this nickname of Hot Atlanta. And people think that it's hot year round, which is not true. Atlanta will get down to the teens.
I thought it was called Hotlanta because of the people.
No, that was
Wow.
marketing bullshit.
Wow. Okay.
Because when it came out, we all went, the fuck? We didn't vote for this. And they put it on everything.
Yeah.
And now every corny ass person I've ever met is like, so you're from Hot Atlanta? No, bitch, I'm not. I'm not from a marketing campaign. None of us all of us saw it and were like, this is going to be a fucking problem. Like, no one's running around like New York, like, no New Yorker's like, yeah, I'm from the Big Apple. Like, no one's doing this. No one is doing that. I'm not running around them calling it a peach state. I think for me, the things that I enjoy doing the most are during my favorite season. So, because I enjoy an aquatic activity, right? You can't be in nobody's swimming pool when it's 40 degrees outside. One, your pool is probably frozen. Somewhat. It's cold as shit.
Yeah.
Cold enough to kill you.
This is when it's important to have friends with indoor pools.
Yeah, sure. That's why I'm gonna like to do a lot of hotels, like up north. A lot of them have indoor pools.
Yeah.
Or heated pools. So it's like, I can't say this summer. Summer of 2022. I kept seeing it on Instagram. It was like, yo, this summer left like it had somewhere to be.
It did.
I thought it was just me. I looked up and was like, bitch, is this September?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
it went
that
by
happened
very
quickly.
quick. And I thought it was just your girl. But everyone else looked up and went like,
No.
fuck am I wearing a jacket? She flew the fucking coop. I don't know, she
Yeah.
had bills to pay.
And she was upset before she left because those were some heat waves.
I couldn't
And
even sit outside. It was hot. Because I was like, I love sitting outdoors. But also, I know that New York is hot wrong.
What do you mean?
I was talking to Mateo Lane about this and he completely understood. Okay, listen. So, first of all, it's building hot. It's not nature hot, right?
Okay.
So, like, I remember a couple years ago, I was supposed to do this thing called Aussie Fest. And they canceled it because of the heat. And I called my mother, who grew up in Miami, and has lived most of her adult life in the great state of Georgia, as you can see on my Nicholas. And so I was like, Mommy, they canceled this comedy show because of a heat wave. She said, girl, how hot was it? 105? 105? How hot was it? I said, Mommy, it was going to be 94 degrees. And we laughed for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because in the South, we would have whole outdoor festivals, whole fucking barbecues. And it'd be 94 degrees outside. Why? Because it's nature hot and we got enough watermelon out here to keep everybody alive. Okay? Sit that baby in the shade. Come get some of these ribs. We finna have a good day. Okay?
Yeah.
We got enough cold drinks out here. Enough Coke. And that is any carbonated beverage. We got enough water. We got sweet tea out here to keep everybody the fuck alive.
I remember.
Right. You grew up in Louisiana. And up here, first of all, the number of places that do not have air conditioning, because they love to call the South ignorant, but we have figured out HVAC. They want to call us all kind of backwards and barefoot and stupid or whatever, these Yankee bastards. But we have figured out how to cool a home. Okay?
Uh-huh.
The fact that my other apartment, I had to have a window unit as a grown adult, and I couldn't control my heat came on, which was also truly fucking disrespectful. I pay you American dollars with a comma in the bitch.
Yeah.
I got a whole apartment and my heat just come on when you say so. So now I'm just in here wearing the least amount, trying to figure out how to take my fucking skin off. Because it's hotter than a bitch in here because Dino done turned the fucking heat on and ain't asked nobody. So I'm a summertime gal because your best family get-togethers out here in the summertime, right? Also, my birthday is the ultimate summertime gig.
Yeah.
My
July
birthday
4th.
is July 4th. Wait, Josh, when's your birthday?
March 6th.
Why did I not know that?
I don't know. I don't really bring it up.
Wait a minute. Josh Jebediah Johnson, how dare?
Yeah, I just let it, you know what I mean? I think that for me, I truly understand what you're saying. I'm not saying summer doesn't have a lot of amazing merits to it. My con with summer is the heat waves. And you're saying that New York is hot wrong, but isn't California having the same sort of concrete heat issue?
California, first of all, is a desert.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, they don't have water.
Yeah, and the thing is, they put that there, which is very confusing that they even did that.
Yeah, I think at the time it was cheap land, and so then they built there.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, it's not probably the best.
No, it's not.
idea.
It's not a great idea long term.
So, like, I've lived in LA during a heat. This is the weird thing about being in LA in a heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
There was one day where it was 108 degrees, and then the sun went down, and it was 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you not catch your death in this bitch? Because I've been in Georgia, and it's been 92 degrees at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
The sun hasn't been out for hours, and it's still not in the 90s.
Yeah, but the temp has sense enough to regulate.
Right, the 10% is enough to regulate. So, like, LA bounces around. Because that was a weird thing when I first moved there. I was like, okay, it's 85 degrees out here. We out here looking cute. And then at nighttime, it would be 65. I was like, oh, that's why everybody in this bitch always has a jacket with them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very confusing. And then when you get there, you're like, oh, I get it. So that's why everyone's clothes out here don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because once the sun goes down, you don't know what the hell temperature it's going to be. But it's like your most fun activities are during the summertime. Also, and I hate separate. Oh, so you enjoy snowboarding? You enjoy tobogganing? Enjoy skiing?
It's not about snowboarding or skiing, all right? It's about having like a nice nature walk in the winter. If I'm in the woods in
It's
the winter
cold.
when
Why
it's
are
snowing,
you out? It's 30 degrees outside. Go inside.
what do you mean?
It's
You
fucking
can
freezing.
People act like you can't gear up for the winter.
Ugh.
You could be so comfortable if you just gear up for the temperature. In a heat wave, you can't take off the skin. You can take off everything, but you be naked and still hot. All right. But in winter, you gear up enough and you're just comfortable.
Until you go inside somewhere and then you're sweating your life away. Because that's the other thing about the wintertime. Is that
Oh, okay. All right. The other thing about the wintertime is
it's so hot indoors. Because that's the thing.
Warm. It's just
No,
warm indoors.
everybody's not regulating this shit right? So, like, I got on this sweat because, like, that's why I learned to wear winter on the outside and summer on the inside, because you'll see somebody have like a full thick ass whatever a cable knit is what the kids say, thick ass cable knit sweater, right? And they look cozy.
Yeah.
But now they've come inside a building.
Mm-hmm.
And the building is set to hell, right? I've been inside of bars that was too hot. When I was in Indiana over the weekend, everywhere we went inside was too warm. It was too warm. It wasn't cold enough outside for as warm as it was inside, right? And so, because the jacket that I brought was the coat that I brought a coat. I should have brought a jacket, right? In New York, you're like, okay, light jacket, jacket, coat. So it's like there's these levels where it's just like, you know, it's like, oh, I got a jacket, I got a light jacket, right? I'm running around. Okay, let me get a coat. Okay, now let me call North Face. Let me get Goose Down involved. Okay, I had to bring animals as reinforcement because I'm fucking freezing. I mean, you know, you've seen my coats. They're warm. They're very much warm. But so it's like you have to have so many. There's hats and scarves and boots and gloves. And then you got to have salt for the snow. Because, like, this is the thing. I will give you this. Snow is pretty. The first 2 days. And then it needs to go the fuck on. Snow needs to find it. Snow needs to know. Snow doesn't know when to leave.
Snow doesn't know when to leave. Okay.
Snow show up and be like, hey, y'all. The first snow is very cute. It's nice. It's cute. It's quiet.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But too much snow, shutting your fucking city down. Okay? Remember the bomb cyclone that hit New York in 2018?
I
Because
feel like
this
that
was
2018 was not that crazy.
If it
The
wasn't
bomb cyclone?
why'd they call it a bomb cyclone if it wasn't so crazy?
Because they were getting too hyped.
It was just a fucking blizzard. We already had a word for a bunch of snow showing the fuck up.
That's kind of where I was like, I heard bomb cyclone. Even I was like, all right, this may be too much snow. Like maybe we're in for it, right? But then it hit, and maybe it's because I lived in Chicago for a while, but it hit, and it wasn't like all that wild to me.
Your barometer is different. Chicago
is egregious. Like Chicago, they called it Shiberia that one year because the lake almost froze over.
That's a big ass lake.
It's a huge lake, and then
Isn't that
you
lake-
see the sky view, you see how far out of the shoreline that it froze, and I was like, oh yes, this is actually too cold.
Is that Lake Michigan?
Let me see. I believe so.
Which lake is that? You lived there for years and don't know?
I wasn't really paying attention.
Negro.
Let me see. 1 second. 1 second. Hold
Chicago.
on. I can look it up in a moment. Not a huge deal. Nobody freak out.
No one's freaking out. I'm just saying.
Everybody calm down.
Yeah, that's Lake Michigan.
Yeah, Lake Michigan. Yeah.
Why do you not know that?
Because, it's a Great Lake, so I would just say the Great Lake.
You would just not pick the lake?
I just wouldn't pick the lake. I'd be like, a Great Lake right over there.
Because there's Lake Michigan, there's Erie, there's Huron.
Mm-hmm.
Which the fuck is the Superior?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is, being just a little full of yourself. What's this other bitch called? Ontario.
You've never met him. You never met him. Maybe it is Superior. Maybe
it is. Maybe it ain't. I don't know. I don't work here. What I'm saying is, Chicago is the fact that you even survive. Like one of my friends, who's a thin man, moved to Chicago a couple years ago, and I was really worried about him. I was like, you're going to have to get ankle weights. He was like, why? I said, because the wind has a name. You're going to get blown down the street like tumbleweed.
So
you're Nigerian. You're not made for this. You're not made for that. We're not even supposed to be here. Like, the joke that I have on my half hour where I talk about, like, black people, we're not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not supposed to fucking be here, bro. This ain't snow hair. That's why I don't trust these Yankee niggas. Because they be out here like, yo, I fuck with snow. Oh. Like, no. Just to get your jeans, nigga. This doesn't make no sense.
It does
You can't
make
trust
sense,
these
though.
Yankees. You cannot trust these snow niggas. You can't.
Snow is beautiful.
For 2 days. And then it shuts your... Snow is great. And then you know what happens in New York? This is what happens in New York. you just watch the layers of snow and just the amount of dog shit that shows up and all this other, like, you're just watching trash show up is what happens when snow melts in New York, okay? Dirty snow, yellow snow, just ice, just the snow. Like, that's why I was so, when that bomb cyclone hit, I was like, this is a blizzard. Why are we not calling this a blizzard? This is just a bunch of fucking snow. Yes, I'm fully aware that summertime may be the time of the hurricane. I'm aware. Hurricane season starts in August and runs until about what, October, November?
Look,
So technically fall.
it could be fall's fault. I'm not stressing. I'm not stressing that summer is hurricane season or anything. All I'm saying is that the heat wave. I'd be interested in what kills more people. Is it the heat wave or is it the potential blizzards? You know,
I can tell you that in a lot of states, you are not allowed to cut people's gas or power off in the wintertime. It was funny. I used to work for this power company in Florida years ago, and there was a big freeze that happened in Florida. Remember the year we didn't have any tomatoes? Like every fast food place is like, we ain't got no tomatoes. There was a big freeze in Florida. The price of oranges shot up, and the price of tomatoes were fucking gone. The price of oranges shot the fuck up because it was a huge freeze in Florida. And the last time there was a big freeze in Florida, I was living in Florida, and to see people in Miami who have never felt 40 degrees have to deal with 40 degrees was a wild thing. But you're not allowed to cut people's power. So people were calling and like, hey, you're not allowed to turn my power off. It's the wintertime and it's freezing. And I was like, well, ma'am, technically, that's not a law in your state. She's like, why? I said, because it's never been cold enough to pass that law. So it's not.
yeah, it's never been cold enough to kill you.
Right, we're turning your lights off. Your lights are already off. I'll try, but technically this law does not apply to you because you don't live in Detroit. Concrete hot is a different kind of hot. Also, there's no trees to absorb. Like city hot is different. There's no trees to absorb any heat. There's no real wind coming through nature to alleviate any of it. Like all the wind that you get in New York in the fall and the wintertime is wind that you needed in the summer.
Okay.
To give some relief. That's how you know. It's just we're not supposed to be here. Like honestly, we threw all these buildings up. We made everything fucking hot. Like I remember as a kid watching David Letterman. And they would always say the joke like, "Oh, it's hot enough to cook an egg on the sidewalk." And then David Letterman was like, let's see. It was like the 90s. And he literally put an egg on a sidewalk and it was like sunny side up. And I was like, this is all.
This is clearly a bad place then.
Clearly bad. You're literally making breakfast on concrete. Like the shit is not great. You should throw some home fries next to that bitch. So it's summertime here is different than summertime other places because it's like, it's just not right. Like all of your, like just being.
I mean, the humidity for me in Louisiana during the summer was what killed me. It was like
that's because you always have pants and long sleeve shirts on. You would probably just wet.
No. Even when I was just like when I was young and I wore shorts. Even then. Even then, it was like walking through hot water. Ugly.
The face I just made was so... Did you see that? Like, it just hit me so hard. It just hit me so hard.
I was looking down. I didn't see you at all.
It was just pure... This man said, when I wore shorts...
Back in those days when I wore shorts, it was still like walking through hot water.
The humidity in Louisiana is a different beast. It's a different situation. That's a different campaign. Because the humidity in Miami, I'm fully aware, will just really, I don't care how many Dominicans you go to, that blowout, if you don't get it in that state, I took an Atlanta blowout to Miami, and it did not make it. My hair swole up like one of those fucking magic washcloths.
Oh God.
Girl. Hair was
Wow.
donezo. You got to get your
Wow.
hair done in that humidity to fight that humidity. But the thing is, when you live somewhere that's humid, your skin, beach. Because that's what fucked me up when I moved to LA. It was so dry, and I grew up in places with humidity. I had scabs on my face.
Yeah. I will say here during the winter it does get extra dry.
All of the things you apply to your face. But it was also really dry in LA because I remember talking to one of my friends, and she just looked at me. She was like, bitches act like everything's dry. All of it.
The last thing I'll say about winter, and in its defense, is that I think that there are some things that can be debunked as summer things. All right, all you really need for some good barbecue.
I
is
knew
to
you were
know-
gonna mention a barbecue. I
is to
knew
know-
you was gonna mention a barbecue.
Is to know how to barbecue and to have the ingredients. You don't actually need sun to barbecue. All right.
Do you want to sit out? So you're saying, okay. I think the act of barbecuing and having a barbecue are two different things.
Okay.
You can cook meat on a grill
Yeah.
year round. But having a bunch of people come over to your house to enjoy grilled meats is easier. I've been to barbecues in the wintertime, and they don't hit the same. Now, barbecue in the fall, early fall, where like when it comes nighttime and there's just like that slight crisp in the air, so somebody will start a fire or something like that. That I can fucks with, right?
Okay.
Because a barbecue is something that goes all day. And everybody knows the temperature drops at night, regardless, most of the time. So a barbecue, when it's cold, it's like, bro, it was already cold when the sun was out. Now you want me to hold this chicken leg when it's even colder? So you're saying, I understand eating barbecue and eating indoors in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But standing outside, eating potato salad, I'm not doing it. It's too cold.
But it's not about being outside for me. For me, sometimes the outside is to the detriment of the barbecue. Sometimes it's so hot that I'm actually not having fun at this barbecue waiting for the meat to cook.
There's a time and place to be in your house. And there's a time and place to be in these streets. And I know we're coming to the time in this trash ass city where it's going to be a lot of in the house. And that's why I got a knitting machine. Because that's why Josh Johnson's finna be out here in a nice beanie and a fresh pair of mittens. So do you want the poof at the top? Because I can make it where it's like a real cool guy beanie where there's no little kid poof at the top. Or we can have you out here being Poof Johnson.
I mean, I would honestly take the no poof.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is too much to ask, but can the inner lining be satin?
I will figure that out for you, friend.
Because then if it's already satin in the oof, I'm wearing it like every day. You know what I mean?
I'll figure that out. I'll figure out how to make that happen for you because I need to make that happen for me. And I don't care if I gotta buy a bonnet and sew it inside. Because that might be the easiest way to do it. To just get the biggest size satin bonnets. And sew them inside these hats.
Look, we want to kick it to you, the listener. Tell us what you think, because this is the first episode where I can confidently say that there is going to be a part 2 extension. Because once we get to beach houses versus cabins, that's the, in my mind, the continuation of this
we're
thing.
doing
Like a
beach
mountain
versus-
cabin.
Beach versus mountains. All the things you could do at that there beach versus the things you do Listen, I've been to.
You already described it with hating your heart. I understand your bias. All right.
Of course, this is the verses.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I said
am
my
Jesus.
thing like you were crazy. I said my thing like, beach houses or the beach and then you had the inflection. I heard it. You had the inflection in there
I
of
am
like
all about-
whatever you do.
You know I'm all about expression, okay? You know I am all about telling it like it is. But yeah, so we'll kick it over to the listener because if you have been keeping score, Josh is wrong a lot.
First of all, check yourself. All right?
Check yourself.
Yeah.
Who gonna check
me
me,
check
boo?
myself. You check. You should blue check yourself.
That's a new one. You should blue. Oh, I should be verified. Is that what you telling me? I don't even get verified because I'm so wrong. I'm so inappropriate for what I'm doing right now that I need to get blue checked.
Yeah, because here's
Come
the
on.
thing. Yeah, sometimes you win, even I can admit it. All right? But sometimes it's real close. All right? It's very close, and then you still take a W like it's just owed to you, like you just know it for sure, and it's not always that. You know what I mean?
Listen,
I feel like I'm
sometimes-
pretty gracious when I'm right. I feel like I don't even bring it up really. And then sometimes
When have you been right? When have you been right? Give me one time.
I think I was pretty right for staycation versus vacation. I think I was on point.
No.
I think I
Oh,
came
no.
with facts. I think I
No.
came with
No.
figures and figurines. All right.
You know what I'm so happy about is now you're just starting to sound like me, and
Yeah.
it's just
And
ridiculous.
And the last thing I'll say about this, because we're gonna do this extra episode extended, so if you don't even have an opinion yet and you really want to be swayed, you can let me know that. You can let me know, hey, Josh, you did your best, but you're really gonna have to bring it in the next one because I'm leaning towards summer. I understand, all right. But the last thing I'll say about summer versus winter is summer is about a lot of payoff. You're out in the world, you're getting to see your friends, go on vacation, stuff like that. The winter time is about the grind. All right. It's about staying home.
No.
It's about staying home. It's about no days off. It's about doing what the other people don't see because you're inside grinding. Okay. I was in LA. I was talking to some friends while I was in LA, and I was telling them about the grind, and I was telling them about the no days off. And it's like, look, you need to work until you can't work anymore. And if you have a heart attack, that means your heart was a quitter and it couldn't grind hard enough. All right. So stay warm, stay grinding, and stay wintry. Okay. And if you want to be a summertime bug, I get that too. All right, I get you want to flap your wings and fly and go all the places and stuff. But if you really care about the grind, that's a wintertime thing. The winter isn't always fun. Sometimes it's hard, and you need hard to grind you into the diamond that you are when it's cold outside. You want to be a frozen diamond, or you want to be a like warm little bikini top. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you really want in your life? Okay?
I hate you, Josh.
This has been Hold Up. Which we've never fully explained the entire title of the show, because it's Hold Up, sure. But really it's Hold Up, Are You Grinding? Okay? Hold up, are you trying to take your life to the next level?
Josh Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, he, they.
I'm doing
Josh-
my best out here to
Josh
bring
Johnson
you
is a menace.
the great points and the way in which you can elevate your life, okay? All you need to do
Oh no.
to get the rest of the blueprint is buy my book. It's on Amazon right now, self-published, because I'll really work with publishers because I'm on a grind, okay? Did they tell me no? Sure. But they also missed out on opportunity to grind with me all the way up. So give us your summertime, wintertime thoughts. All right. Put your grinds on social where we can see them. Comment on any hold up content that you see on the Daily Show pages. They're going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're grinding all day. It's on every platform. Okay. If we're not on that platform, that means that platform really isn't popping like that.
And if you can find it in your heart to send Josh a message to let him know that he's a fucking miscreant.
At least I'm not a miscreant, okay?
Listen, buy Josh Johnson's book, Grind Till You Die. I wrote the foreword for it because he wouldn't stop calling me. And it's illegal in 15 states. So just because he
those
does
15
believe
states aren't motivated, okay?
And he also believes in child labor. So, which I don't wholly disagree with.
Look, let the kids grind.
Hey man,
okay?
not every kid's going to college, bro.
Let the kids work.
Not every kid's going to college. Do they need to be in a factory at the age of 9? No. But hey man, put some step ladders near these coffee making machines at a Starbucks and get these kids on. I'm so not 100% serious. I'm just saying. I've been working since I was 9 years old, and look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. Look at this grind I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah.
My mama hasn't worked since 2018 because I've been working.
Let me tell you. Yeah. See, get
since
it.
the
all right.
Clinton administration. Okay, baby.
Because I've been grinding. All right. I've been grinding since I was 4 years old. And what do I have to show for it? Only 2 loans. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to Hold Up. Josh Johnson doesn't really have a book. Please don't go looking for it on Amazon.
You will end up buying someone else's book.
And
I'm sure that title exists.
Yes. Grind Till You Die. I promise you can find it. So listen to Hold Up. Go see me and Josh Johnson in the places that we're going to be. Follow us on social medias. I guess we have to tell you it's Dulce Sloan at Dulce Sloan on all of the social platforms, including Tumblr, if that's even still around. Do you have a GeoCities website? If you do, keep it. It's probably going to be the last part of the internet when all this falls apart.
Yeah.
Josh Jedediah Johnson.
You can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and at Josh Johnson on Twitter.
We love you. The Lord loves you. And call your mama.
Welcome to Josh Johnson's show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. You know, I'm excited for today. Today's been on my mind for quite a while.
Why is that? Tell the people why you're...
Okay, so...
Talk a little bit louder, sorry.
Okay, if you remember, we embarked on an adventure a few episodes ago, a Porta-Potty adventure, and we asked listeners to write in with how they think the sequel would go. You know, the sequel to the film that we have yet to make.
Mm-hmm.
And I always find that the best films think way ahead of budgeting, casting, all that stuff, and they just write out all 2 or 3 movies initially. And so that's what we're here to do. They
always say don't write to your limitations, is what they say.
Yeah. Write to like the very edge of your imagination.
Yeah, right to the crimes you want to commit on your audience.
So
I'm going through and starring them right now, and I will say, Josh, we've got quite a few.
Yeah, we're going to be reading what you wrote in as far as sequels to the Porta-Potty adventures.
Okay. You want to take turns reading these too?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You should probably go first.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 here right now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez. So I want you to just pick 1 through 8, and I'm gonna go with one of those. I have not read these yet, so if they suck, it may get edited out. So just letting you know that now.
1.
Okay, I'm gonna start right up here then. Like I said, I did not read these. This one's mostly just title, so I like this because this is from Vincent, and the title of this email is "To Porta, to Potty, Tokyo Skid." And all the email says, it just says, in this one, the shit really hits the fan. And that's it. Like I said, I hadn't read these yet, but that's all it says.
That's so funny. Wow.
Points to the title, though.
Yeah, points
like
to the
that.
title.
I like that.
Let me see. I'm going to pull up just really quick for people listening now. It's not that many episodes back, but if you are looking for context to this episode, it's JJS number 117, Porta-Potty, a true crime story, is where this all started. And so these are sequels, projected sequels.
I guess we didn't explain it. Do we need to cover it all, what the story was? You just pitched the idea of a murderer who blows up toilets at every crime scene, and then I believe it devolved into really just a man.
I mean, it's actually best to not recap it because I feel like it would just lead to confusion. Only because none of it that we've read, none of it that we will read, none of it that we've said is happening.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, so basically just we try to make our show as evergreen as possible, but basically if you want to, this is a true sequel. You got to see the first one. This isn't some Marvel shit. We're gonna recap a bunch of movies up top to try to make sure you're with us. Sorry,
because I think what we would accidentally
this is Lord of the Rings 2. You better have seen the first one.
We would accidentally take as long as the first episode took to explain it,
and write our own sequel while we're doing it. Okay, do you want to read one, or since that was a short one, do you want me to do another one?
I can read one.
Okay. So here, all those highlighted ones. Go ahead, choose your own adventure there.
All the highlighted ones.
Do I sound okay? I feel like my mic sounds. Does it sound good to you?
I mean, you sound so different to me than you must sound to yourself.
Okay.
We should actually switch headphones so you can see what I mean. Because you're telling me to like talk louder, and you're telling me, but I swear to you that.
Well, I know I asked you to talk louder because you were coming up low.
I feel like both of us are yelling right now.
Really?
In my ears, yeah.
Yeah, my headphones, just once I plugged yours in,
we can switch if you want, because I would much rather hear less than hear what I'm hearing right now.
Well, you don't have to wear them if you don't want to.
Yeah, but clearly you should wear so you can hear what.
These won't reach to you though.
All right.
This is a shorter. Okay. I'm just saying this is a shorter cord. You're far away from.
I'm
saying
with you.
You don't gotta like be angry about my logistics
I'm not angry
of measurements.
I'm not angry at all. This one, let's see. I'm just gonna. Okay.
That's all staying in.
This is coming from. Do you say the name usually? Because I try not to say the name unless they say the name in the email.
I tend whatever they sign off, or I tend to just work in like a first name.
There is no sign off. So this came from someone with the first name Bria, and that's all we know. Hello.
Have you never listened to our show and how I read the emails?
No, I know I read the emails, but this is the
our
first time in a long time where there's just nothing to go on except the actual
this is
email.
Our 122nd episode, and you're like, do we say names?
No, I know we say names, but this might be a real name, and as long as I don't say the last name, then I think we're good.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, when I say the name, and it's a lot. Hello, J-Lo. I would love to dance with the idea that the two men Anna had unfortunate dinner dates with were actually in collaboration. Enter the Porta-Potty Dynamic Daters, PPDDs. Wow. Okay, that's a truly it's barely a deep cut, but it's a medium cut. So
there's two worlds colliding now.
Yeah, so someone has written in and they've combined Anna, who has sent us like emails chronicling the dates that she went on that were horrible, and what we came up with for the Porta-Potty Adventures, the true crime story. So a lot is happening right now. The email reads, foot fetish scares his target into excusing themselves to the bathroom so they can escape an embarrassing situation, and then boom, gray man strikes. Oh, also the title. This is my bad, actually. The title subject line of this email was foot fetish and gray man as the Porta-Potty villains. So that's why it makes sense that it's the Anna and the other thing.
Yeah. This is why I don't let it. I mean, I want him to read emails more, but it makes sense why he doesn't now.
Boom, gray man strikes. Gray goes BDSM on the bathroom, and together the boys would move from restaurant to restaurant, humiliating their victims, greatly inconveniencing the janitors and staff of the restaurant, and stumping the detectives and police on their trail.
Can I say right now that going BDSM on a bathroom is a thing I'm going to start saying?
Yes.
Be like, man, I ate a lot. I'm about to go BDSM on this bathroom. It's about to be gray, man.
I really don't like that.
It's about to be 50 Shades of oh no in here.
It's really upsetting. I couldn't help putting these two stories together as I've been playing catch up on your most recent episodes, all conspiracy theories / stories aside. I wish the best to everyone involved in these stories.
Yeah, whether the story is real or fake, I just hope everyone's fine.
And to Anna, I hope you find a man who treats you right. Absolutely love the show. Thank you both for all that you do. Well, thank you, Bria. Thank you so much. Thank you for adding an extra layer that I didn't see coming. Maybe there is some sort of extra person that besides the main villain in the sequel, you know?
Well, maybe what we find out is that the killer, the murderer that the detective is chasing, he is following the man who is having the bathroom troubles to cover up his own crimes. You know what I mean? To lead the police after him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
You know, he's trying to as a scapegoat a little bit. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep it. Yeah, after each of these, let's decide if it's staying in or not.
Yeah, let's just keep it in there.
Okay, this one here. Okay, this one's a little bit longer. This is from Sid, and the title is Porta-Potty Sequel. Hi, Josh and Logan. It's Sid. You know, the guy who said Logan wasn't fat that one time? Oh, God, that was funny.
That was very funny.
That was one of the funniest things a listener has ever said to me.
We were in Rosemont outside of Chicago. And we had just done a show together, a stand-up show, not a live podcast.
Yeah, just stand up.
And this guy's coming up talking to us. We're having a quick chat. And as we're chatting, he's very complimentary of our sets and everything.
Yeah.
And then kind of out of nowhere, like right as we thought we were about to all part ways, he turns to Logan and he's like, "You're not like fat like you make yourself seem."
I believe the exact wording was, I was expecting you to be a lot fatter because of how you talk about yourself or something.
Yeah, that sounds more correct.
It was something like that. It was a compliment. He was being kind of being like, listen, you're hard on yourself. Mm-hmm. You aren't that fat. But it was to just say I was expecting a fatter man.
Yeah. Also, when
won't feel great either way.
Yeah, when you say that, you are saying fat. You know what I mean? It's like when people say something's not that bad. It's like, so you're admitting it's bad.
You're admitting it's not great.
You're just saying it's not as bad as people have made it seem.
Ooh, thought this would be worse. Is what?
Yeah. Which was still, I could tell it came out wrong, even when he said it.
It's like we have a lot of listeners who come to shows now, and they don't, they know your stand up, but they don't really know my stand up, and they'll be like, oh man, like I didn't know what to expect, and like you're funny too, and I know they're being complimentary. Mm-hmm. That wording doesn't feel great because it means they went in maybe expecting me to suck,
or just like not really knowing what the show would be.
Right? Yeah.
Like maybe they thought that we'd just be up there together.
Yeah, that we'd be together. I'd just be off to the side, just laughing at your jokes. I wonder if what they imagine it's going to be. I have nothing.
Yeah, I thought they'd be sitting next to you.
Yeah. But I loved hearing the process of you guys coming up with a whole movie script on the fly. In the Porta-Potty Killer episode. I like coming up with stories too, so here's my shot at a sequel with a twist at the end. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right, here we go. The retired detective is woken up in the middle of the night by a phone call from the police chief. The chief is asking him to come to a new crime scene despite his retirement. It looks like the Porta-Potty killer is back. At the crime scene, there is a new detective who can't stomach the mess. Three dead, 4 in critical condition, and 6 stalls out of commission.
That sounds like Pablo Francisco way of describing the movie. Like when you list it like that.
3 dead, 4 in critical condition, and 6 stalls out of commission. The old detective suspects next of kin, but the killer's son and daughter are both clear. The son hates his dad and is all too happy to see him in prison. And his daughter hasn't seen him since she left with her mother, his ex-wife, 9 years ago.
It's like when you hear it as more than just a sentence at a time, it's so funny because imagine if the narrator guy from the trailer really was the guy the entire time, like the full Morgan Freeman guy.
You either get busy living or get busy dying. Poor Andy had to crawl through 100 yards of human shit. Do you want me to keep doing the voice?
Yes, please.
The detectives go visit the potty killer in prison. It just says potty killer, which I know Porta-Potty killer is already funny, but potty killer just seems silly. I like it. The detectives go visit the potty killer in prison and get his input. He says there's only one person who could do such damage.
Potty killer does sound like he's 4.
It does, yeah. His nephew. A skinny, athletic kid who's lactose intolerant. A skinny, athletic kid who's lactose intolerant and has the metabolism of the Flash. He has a twisted mind and he has a twisted mind and digestive system that can eat anything, and it runs right through him. And he's always admired.
Twisted mind.
A twisted mind and digestive system.
And his stomach's in knots.
And he's always admired the potty killer. As they're told this, the news reports show another incident. This time, an entire bathroom was taken out and there were 2 deaths. The killer tells them that there must be a mastermind behind the incidents because his nephew isn't that smart and they should look for them first.
Yeah, my nephew a fucking idiot, so.
Listen, he's violent, but he's dumb.
Look, when I tell you that he ran into some nails when he was little, one of them went right into his head, he not all there.
At the latest crime scene, the new Porta-Potty killer leaves a new calling card. In parentheses, a literal card taped to the wall that says, You'll have a cumbersome mess cleaning up this case. The new detective gasps, now knowing the mastermind behind the new line of crimes is the Punisher, which I believe is my alter ego. Josh is not enjoying this anymore because now there's puns. The old detective calls the police chief asking if he had info on this Punisher guy. Chief says he's heard of him and knows just the guy to catch him. The scene changes to a cryotherapy room with a man in the chamber on his phone. Chief, hey, you busy? Man, what do you think? Chief, right. Well, I hope you're good and charged because we need your help. With? He's back. With help. This time, we need you to put him on ice. Man makes angry grunt noise. Chief, I mean, we need you to put him down for good. Man with ice powers who hates puns. It'll cost you double for that slip up. Man with ice powers who hates puns hangs up phone and steps out of cryotherapy ready to take down the Punisher. Wow.
What? Yeah, but what happened to the movie accent middle through? Did you just drop it?
Oh no, sorry, I was doing voices because but I did drop it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I was doing different characters. It felt weird to be like, Chief, hey, you busy? Man, what do you think? That seemed weird for them to just have the same. So now, okay, this is one of the most intricate callbacks episode now.
Yeah, someone has like really listened a lot.
This is now like 6 episodes of lore.
Yeah. We should be careful to like only do this once in a while.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. This is if this is anyone's first episode, they're lost. They are absolutely lost.
Yeah.
They have no idea what we're talking about because now it's you and me and our alter egos are now characters in this movie.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
No, it's fine.
You seem concerned.
No, but it's like I don't. Yeah, I can't even tell you which episodes to go to for some of these. You know how when you really start following comic books when you're a kid and they're like, oh yeah, the Hulk first appeared, because the Hulk was never in like just Hulk 1.
Right, yeah.
The Hulk was in like Action Comics 7.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And so now you have to go back and read Action Comics 7 to see, and then even when you go back to Action Comics 7, it's not really the Hulk. It's like Bruce Banner getting like upset that his coffee order's wrong.
Yeah, I think you literally. So the man with ice powers who hates puns and the Punisher, I believe their first appearance was number 116, Joshy on Ice. The Porta-Potty Killer was the next episode in 117, the Porta-Potty, a true crime story. I think we talked about all of that again in 50 Shades of Yellow. So like the last 4 episodes. At least. Or I guess there's going to be a Thanksgiving episode in there too. So we'll make sure to not talk about anything lore-wise.
Yeah, jeez.
Thanksgiving episode. All right. We got a few more there. Your turn.
This next one is from Maggie, and it's just entitled Porta-Potty, getting right to the point.
Right to it.
The email reads, short, not sweet. Cop who retired has unleashed all the pent-up emotions and, well, shit. Now can't stop. Becomes the guy he arrested in all the facets you went through in the show. Because he has cop skills and has been close to criminals his whole career, he is much more convincing and good at what he does. He is the true marathon poop cop. Using your list of how to be a good criminal with a few new ideas of his own. And again, it's all about the poop. He isn't trying to kill anyone, but he targets the people he has arrested in the past, but couldn't make charges stick. This will stick. Revenge has never smelled so bad.
Now that is interesting, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if a movie's ever done that where the sequel is the
cop really snapping.
It's the cop who put him away. That would be like if they did a sequel to 7 and it was Morgan Freeman just like, shit, how about 8? And
yeah. Or just like an actual Batman movie where he's like, the Joker was right in the last one.
I am gonna just be
everybody about to get it.
Everybody about to get it. I'm done just punching.
Yeah,
it's time to start stabbing. Shit, I've made all these cool inventions. How about a gun? Hey, Lucius Fox, you got some guns for me? I mean, we don't really have those. Morgan Freeman's in this a lot.
Yeah. Have you seen when people try to shoot? Have you seen the videos of people trying to shoot a shotgun and then they don't hold it right, so the shotgun flies behind them?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I imagine Batman shoots guns like, because he's never
really
he's never even wanted to pick one up. So that he probably just holding it all lazy and then accidentally shoots and like hits himself in the. Have you seen that video of that person that was shooting a Magnum and then they hit themselves in the forehead?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a bunch of those where they just and it's like just pow.
There was one that made me laugh so hard because it was this lady with a rifle like on a chair. And she might have been in a rocking chair. This is the dumbest setup I've ever seen, like wannabe deer stand setup. And it was a chair.
A rocking chair is bad for recoil absorption. It's just more recoil.
So then it was a chair, and then it was her in a rocking chair, and then she shot the gun.
Yeah,
but it was really racked up on nothing. She was really just letting it lay on the chair. So when it shoots, it knocks her back, and she starts rocking. But then it also made the scope like hit her really hard in the head. Oh.
This one here, this is from Jeremy. The title is Porta-Potty 2. This time, it's Poopstinal. Remember, it's a podcast. They can't see your reaction. You need to sometimes actually... Okay, just rolling out, just closing eyes, shaking head.
Just read it.
It's been 2 years. Do you want the voice again?
Yeah.
I didn't bring anything to drink. All right. It's been 2 years since the detective retired from the police force. He's been plagued by the events of the first movie and had to retire early due to intense smell-related trauma. His marriage is in the toilet. And his kids hate him. In order to fix his family, he books them a cruise to enjoy the Bahamas. He paid no mind to the fact it was a carnival cruise, given the circumstances of the poopy butt killer. The poopy butt killer. Who routinely struck at fairs, known by some as carnivals. Shortly after the detective and his family board the ship, something starts to stink, literally. On the third day, people start turning up dead in their bathrooms, shrouded in a god-awful smell. The rest of the movie is the detective playing a game of cat and mouse with the deranged killer who has escaped from prison and wants revenge on the detective for putting him in prison. The title would be Porta-Potty 2, Boat of 1,000 Turds. And then it's all like big text like that. It just says, I copied this from the Notes app, so the formatting is awful. You guys rule. Let's make this incredible film series come to life. Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. Was Carnival the one that they did like sink and got filled with shit? I can't remember which one it was.
I don't remember.
Because I thought that's where it was going. Was that was going to be one of those cruise ships?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which I think there's still room for that, but I like the idea. This is a real like Speed 2 cruise control situation of like, I don't know, this time on a boat is kind of, I like that form of sequel.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. See, now we're bringing current events in.
Wow.
Yeah. This is y'all are bringing it this episode. Can I pitch you a title that you're gonna hate?
What's up?
Porta-Potty 2, Electric Booty Goo.
This next email.
Do you get it? They're like electric
from our friend
like electric boogaloo,
Moss.
like electric boogaloo. But I went
The subject line
booty goo,
in
like poopy.
The email,
Joshua, like
is
poopy.
Porta-Potty number 2, a true crime story in parentheses.
Okay, who's this from again? Though, say the name again.
Moss.
Sorry, Moss. Okay.
The opening scene is a detective interrogating the perp one last time before retiring. He left him with one haunting message. I was like you once, until one day I lost control. Insert time jump.
I was just gonna say smash cut to him running down a hall. No.
Insert time jump. The detective is spending time with his family at a water park.
Oh. These last two have been wet and wild.
He thought to himself that he's been so relaxed since retiring. Maybe a little too relaxed. He was reminded of those haunting words right before feeling the need to go. Running out of the pool, he tripped several families. And sent them flying like Mario Kart shells. After he flushes, he noticed something on his hand. Blood.
Oh, thank God.
Thus begins his trail of toilet terrorism and his collection of bloody toilet handles. His young ex-partner unknowingly is searching after him and turns to the original pooper-trader for advice.
Pooper-trader. I like that.
Hijinks ensues. Make it a great day, boss.
Make it a great day. Wait, so this is okay. So at first I thought this was going to be I thought it was a prequel, but it seems so. The insert time jump means so. Then this is another one where the detective becomes the killer again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm literally trying to think of any movie that has done that, where then the cop in the next one is like, "Oh shit, I'm the bad guy now."
Yeah, I'm crazy.
I'm really trying to think about it.
I really see where he is coming from now.
I think they might have done it in one of like the Saw sequels or something.
Yeah.
Didn't one of them like
Something
become
like
an acolyte or something
some
of
of them
Jigsaw or
went
some
into
shit,
it.
something like that? But otherwise, like,
Yeah.
I'd love to see that in like a big movie.
I think it happened in Saw 3, and I'm pretty sure Saw 3 was not good.
I think it was Saw 3 was a different person was the traitor, but I think it happens in one of the later ones or something. I've got 2 more here. I haven't looked at what they say, but I want you to pick the title of the one you want to read, because one is just called Porta-Potty Sequel, and the other one says Buttholeless Detective.
Yeah, I think I'd like to read the Porta-Potty sequel.
You like the Porta-Potty sequel? Okay, so here we go. This is a short one here. This is from Tatiana, and the title is Buttholeless Detective. Hey, Jogan, just wanted to say... Oh, this one isn't even... This is just a review, I think. Hey, Jogan, just wanted to say I almost ate shit up the stairs laughing when Josh started going off about the detective without a butthole. I guess I have the humor of a 12-year-old boy, and I'm okay with that. Keep it up, guys. Tatiana. Well, there you go. So there's the last one for you. Thank you for that review.
Wow. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Since we're on the last one, can you hook my headphones back up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just especially if I try to do any voices or anything.
Okay. I mean, I can do it, too, if you want the movie voice, but...
No, it's okay. Okay, let's see.
There we go.
Okay.
It's a very behind-the-scenes episode, too. We're going to have a lot of... This is what happens when you record your podcast in a hotel room.
Okay, this one is from Jesse, and it's titled Porta-Potty Sequel. First time writing in, and I personally think this is the best episode. Big fan of the goofy point of view on a serious situation type of comedy. My name is Jesse, and the sequel would be as follows. Our hero, after being able to rid himself of the internal issues and taking that well-deserved shower, trudges over to...
You... Sorry, getting a phone call now. Yes. Hi, recording with Josh.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to be done recording. I was going to see what you were up to.
Nope, we're in his room recording, so you're safe to go into our room now.
Okay, I'm getting ready to head home then.
Okie doke. Love you.
I love you.
All right,
Bye.
see you in a little bit. I'll cut that out, but...
No, don't. Seriously, they need to see what we're like.
I'm just a sweet boy who loves his girlfriend.
Our
Okay, so
hero,
well-deserved shower, right?
after being able to rid himself of his internal issues and taking that well-deserved shower,
He can wash away the stink, but can't wash away the memories.
trudges over to his bed to rest up for the night.
Oh, no.
Gets a phone call that wakes him from his sleep with a distressed detective informing him there's been another murder committed in a bathroom, and get this, no toilet handle. Our hero's blood turns cold, his stomach knots up, and fumbles his response to the agent. What do you mean? Yes, sir. This one happened at a gas station a couple of blocks away from the Chipotle. Hero says, thank you for informing me, son. I'll be there in a bit. He hangs up the phone and cries angrily into his hands. Here's the thing, it's happened in like real life, but it's so funny the idea of somebody getting off the phone, crying into their hands, and then showing up wherever.
Yeah. Then they're like, all right, now off to work.
It's like when y'all were talking about brunch this morning. It's like, imagine if you had called me. It's like, hey, we're gonna go to brunch. You want to come? I'm like, yeah. I'll be in the lobby in a little bit, and then I cried into my hands. And then met you downstairs like nothing happened. No. Okay. All right.
Boy, this is really an unfortunate angle on me, too. Sorry, now I'm just critiquing the camera that's on me.
Okay. Cries angrily into his hand. Oh, it's an angry cry, too. It's not even just a sad cry.
Oh, you dumb bitch!
Furious that he has lost the edge he once had. Oh, yeah, because now that he's released, he's not going to understand how the killer thinks. And so he's crying angrily into his hands because he blew his butt out.
Yeah, he's expressed his skill. He's lost his mojo, baby.
The constipation and stomach issues he had were the only thing giving him his drive, but it is gone. An undeserved relief.
Wow.
That would just be the preface without writing out the whole script. Bullet points as follows would be...
Anyway, I have this scene. Other shit happens.
Hero goes to the county jail to visit the man he arrested, and the man is sobbing uncontrollably, claiming his innocence. It dawns on Hero that he caught the wrong guy. Throwback to the rule of go to a town where someone may mistake you for someone else. Okay, that's a good one. Also, Hero goes to a station to get back on the case, right? Goes back to a station to get back on the case. Chief says in a typical stereotype cop, you're too close to the case. I'm giving it to Jackson, so Hero goes rogue.
You're a loose butthole and you play by your own rules.
Yeah. Nobody can trust you, all right? Nobody can depends on you.
Look at this guy getting in on it.
Hero goes to Chipotle and bribes the workers there for information using plumbing supplies instead of cash. That's pretty much all I got. Don't really have puns for the bulk of the movie, but the title would be Porta-Potty, Lingering Scent.
Ooh, I am a fan of Porta-Potty is great, and Lingering Scent is wonderful.
Thanks for reading, and keep rocking on, guys. Well, Jesse, thank you so much.
Yeah.
What a way to end. Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Just threw my phone on the ground.
I'm sorry. Because I was trying to support it more with my index finger.
The disrespect.
And then it slipped. Okay, but...
No, I know. I hear you. I know. I saw what happened.
Floors are carpeted, so it's all good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you especially to Jesse, because ending on that one, I think ends the like run of them really well.
Yeah.
You know, we've gone over some theories. We've gone over some really viable sequels. I think the next step, which this won't happen for a while, so don't get too excited, but I think the next step here
sure
is to actually write out
Right.
Like
outline,
a little outline,
script.
a little beat sheet.
Okay.
Using what's been written in with some of our own sort of flavor and.
Well, and I think we have enough similar themes throughout these. I think pretty much all of these will influence the sequel a little bit. 'Cause we got a lot of clearly.
Yeah.
The cop is somehow either becomes the villain or at least has now lost his edge.
Yeah.
What I liked in that last one too, I would love to see a movie do that where literally it takes up an hour after the first movie ends and they're just like, oh fuck, we were wrong. Because that's how that one is. They're like, oh shit, the guy we had a whole thing with in the first.
That guy was just sick. He just had some stomach stuff happening that we grabbed the wrong dude.
That would be a way to do a sequel because then you wouldn't have to worry about filling them in on the first movie. You'd be like, listen, everything happened in that first one, forget that. Wrong guy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We got to chase a different guy now.
Yeah.
Different killer. Ignore it. You didn't see the first one? Great.
Yeah, it's actually better if you don't see
It's
the
actually
first one.
better now because that was a waste of your time.
That we made a mistake.
We fucked up.
Yeah.
We made a movie we didn't like. We're trying again. Oh man.
Wow.
I mean, so we're about 40.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to try to fill this in with anything else, or do we just want to make this a short episode maybe? Just since this was such a specific sequel.
Yeah, I think we can go over a couple of different aspects.
Okay.
That we really liked about what was written in. So for you, like, just take us through things that you definitely think did happen in the sequel. That we'll use this to keep it in mind for when the sequel's actually made.
Something that definitely did happen.
Yeah, there are things that you read or I read that you really enjoyed. Tell me some things that you definitely know happened in the sequel.
I don't know if I definitely know, but I do like. I mean, the obvious angle would be that there's a copycat. The cop gets back into it. Blah blah. Blah, he's distant from it. Blah blah. I really do love the angle of him just becoming the Porta-Potty killer now because he finally took a shit and now he can't stop and it's led to a world of trouble. Mm-hmm. I really like that. I really think it's on theme with.
Okay.
It really like it really keeps the heart of the movie, which the heart of this movie is the butt. But it's all about poop. It's all about the porta potty.
Now
it's all about the bathrooms are the main clue, right?
Do you think anything about his diet is going to be addressed in the second film?
I think we have to. I think we have to address his diet.
I think that we need to address how much bread.
Jesus Christ. That's my brother. I'm not going to answer that one right now. But
Okay.
Everyone's calling me. And I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but it's the people in my like call list, like important people.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
It has happened to me.
Yeah. So, of course, it's only the people calling me that it rings for.
Yeah, I think we need to address the amount of cheese that he's probably ingesting,
Well, and now that he's on the run, I think there's a panic of trying to figure out how to stop himself from being, because he's not really trying, he's not becoming the killer on purpose. Mm-hmm, he's truly, because like we covered in the first movies, like was that killer really a killer, or was he just pushing people out of the way on the way to the toilet?
Because even at the water park, he's tripped several families.
Yeah.
Which means he's tripped at least like 27 people.
Exactly.
Because a family is a unit. So you tripped a lot of people just for it to be one family.
Yeah.
So if you trip several families,
Exactly.
you're laying waste to some ankles. There's some knees that are never going to be the same. It's tough. It's tough. No, it is. It's like
the way you just looked down is you look like it's something you've done.
No. It's just you see a person change. You see like this character change over time.
Yeah.
This is someone that wanted to do good. This is an internal battle that a lot of people in their actual everyday lives are fighting. They're fighting to not become the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we see it in movies all the time. We see it like it's a common theme in film. But in real life, there are people who are like, am I going to be not even the villain, this person's villain today?
Am I going to become my villain that I've been chasing? The person I've been working to put down, have I accidentally become that villain? And in a way, I've seen it happen in front of me just now, because last couple episodes, you've been saying some puns.
I've been saying some puns?
Yeah.
I've said like 2.
I'm saying you used to say none.
No, I would say a couple.
But I feel like I've gotten to you.
You haven't gotten to anything.
I feel like you
can hurry up and go to hell.
I feel like the man with ice powers who hates puns is becoming the man with ice powers who kind of likes puns.
No, don't do that. All right?
Okay.
You're not affecting anything.
What does that mean?
Okay, you're acting like you're having an effect on me. You're not affecting anything. All right,
I'm not having an effect.
I'm the same.
Wow,
I'm the same person.
What an insult to our friendship to say I'm not affecting you at all.
I'm the same person I have always been.
I know, and fuck, I wish you'd change.
Really, really.
I was something, just one thing.
You know, this is classic you. All right.
Yeah. What about me?
Classic you. I'm trying to dig deep into plot progression and character development, and you're over here making it about me.
Oh, sorry that I made it about you on the show called The Josh Johnson Show. How dare me to bring Josh Johnson?
The sarcasm is not helpful. All right. You see the sarcasm? All right.
You forget that you wanted this show to be your name, and you're always mad when I bring you into it.
No, I'm not always mad when you bring me into it.
You creamer drinking bitch.
You used it to distract, and you like to bring up old stuff.
Yeah, you clumsy.
You like to pull up old
clumsy
stuff.
Ass creamer drinking.
Okay, because you wanted to play innocent. You wanted to play innocent like it was just me, but I knew you could feel it too. All right, you were coming at me sideways. And I called it out as soon as I saw it. Couldn't help yourself, could you?
I wasn't trying to call you out. I was trying to elevate your point by saying I've seen it tie into real life.
Mm-hmm. The way you said it, the way you were trying to say you were seeing me be seen.
Say that again.
Came out pretty insulting. You know, came out pretty weird, and then it didn't take long. It didn't take long for me calling that moment out.
Yeah,
to us to get to the creamer and to the clumsy and stuff. So you know, I know what you think. All right, I know what you're thinking at any point where we're over here, you know, acting like I'm being unreasonable. But I'm just calling it the way that I see it.
I didn't say you were being unreasonable.
No, but you were looking at me like I was being unreasonable.
The point I literally
sarcasm in your voice.
The point I literally made was to say you were being reasonable and making a good point, and I was tying it in to our show. Which, to bother you, but most of these emails were tying in other stuff from our show.
How about this? How about you slow down and quiet those plosives on the point? All right, don't hit me with the point. All right. You coming at me with the point I was trying to point out to you when I was making the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then finally when they discover the detective, the one thing he won't give up is drinking creamer because he's a dumb bitch.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Showing true colors.
Yeah.
True colors. Yeah.
This is fun. It's always good getting to see you.
Getting to see the real you is what we're getting to see.
Oh, well, I didn't think this movie franchise would tear us apart, but you know,
I mean,
that's what happens. None of the people in Fast and Furious get along anymore. You know,
as soon as large amounts of money get involved, people change.
Large amounts. We haven't even made the movie or made anything off of it. We're already just assuming it's going to be a hit, so we may as well get to the feud now.
Yeah.
Fuck it, this is going to be huge. You're dead to me.
Before pen ever meets paper.
Yeah. What about you? What happened in the sequel for you?
I think for me there was a lot of the detective coming to grips with the fact that maybe he got the wrong person, and maybe he understands this person more so than he'd ever want to admit. You know,
okay.
I feel like I even said that in the initial.
I think so.
The initial one, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that now it's obvious. Like now, people are almost suspicious of him because they're like, "Why do you know so much about butts? You're not a doctor." You know,
you're not a butt detective.
Is this a fascination, or is this like a part-time job for you? Why do you know so much? You know, how are you always so good at catching them? Yeah. Maybe it's because you think like them. And so now people in the department are turning on him. You know how sometimes when cops retire, they have that general respect in their old precinct.
Yeah.
It's almost like being a senior from your high school and then you come by to pick something up and people still remember you though.
Yeah.
It's like that. But he doesn't have that. The precinct's turned on him. He was supposed to be a hero cop. This was supposed to be his last job before he retired. And now they're suspicious. They're like, maybe we got the wrong guy. Maybe you're the guy.
Maybe it's not even suspicious. They're just grossed out.
Yeah.
Like once he figured out how to catch him, everyone's just like,
Yeah.
Ew.
Like he knelt down. He knelt down and
like no one wants to shake his hand anymore.
yeah, no one wants to shake his hand because they start a rumor that he doesn't wash his hands, even though he does. But people are like, no, he don't wash his hands so he can keep his edge.
I just had a horrible visual in my head of just like, you know, where they dab their pinky to like lick the cocaine. It's just poopy. Yeah. That's him, all right. I told you it wasn't good.
Thanks so much for listening to the Josh
let's
Johnson
get out of
Show.
here. Let's get out of here. We did a crime here. The real crime was committed here.
We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're going to be posting clips of the show.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for Logan,
You can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into the mailbag, like all those people did, you can email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. I can't promise we'll read any more Porta-Potty sequels, but I mean, if you got one, you're welcome.
we'll put
you're
them in
welcome
the
to
folder.
Yeah, we'll hang on to them. I can't promise we'll take up more time.
Yeah, we'll archive them.
But when we're ready to tank our show, we'll do this again. And thank you to everybody who emailed in. Those were all very fun. I liked reading all of those.
Yeah, we really appreciate those.
All of those
amazing.
were top shelf. So thank you so much for
Thank you so
sending
much.
in. I wasn't expecting. I thought we were going to get like 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like within a week of that episode, we had all of those.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day and a wonderful weekend.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you